John Security Man. Big John Security Man. Big John Security Man. Security and safety is his plan. Big John. Big John. Big John.
Hi, I'm John Frycek. Welcome to another segment of Big John Security Man. Today we're going to be talking about something very, very important, and it is the age-old dilemma of active shooter within a corporation or a school or any other place when it involves people. It's a very, very bad scenario. It's an inconvenient truth. It's an unnecessary evil, but we have to address this for the future. Now, today on Big John Security Man, I'm going to show you either to run, hide, or fight. In this segment, we're going to be fighting for control of the would-be firearm that the assailant is going to have and use. So again, we are going to be practicing with airsoft, unloaded airsoft guns, and with rubber guns that are all decommissioned. They're not real firearms. So I don't need anybody writing in and saying, Big John, you're playing with firearms. We're not. This is a controlled atmosphere. We're alone. We're desolate. And now, without any further ado, let's get started. First and foremost, there's going to be stress inoculation. When someone comes in unexpectedly into a work environment, school environment, whatever, you're going to be induced with a lot of stress. And the mental dialogue is going to happen where you're like, I can't believe this is happening. You're going to be in a dreamscape. And now you're going to try to consciously register in your mind, is this real? Is it a joke? Is someone playing a surprise birthday party on me? I know it sounds profound, but a lot of times we look for the realization and we try to consciously figure out, is this really happening, or is someone taking advantage of our good faith and they're here to cause us harm? Well, guess what? Sometimes unexpectedly, like we think that there's fireworks going off at a school or in our own backyard, we may just disbelieve it right away thinking, oh, there's kids lighting off fireworks. Or something's happening to that where it's not actually a person with a gun. Why would someone want to hurt me and do something so profound, something so uncivil, or something so egregiously terrible? But the realization is, folks, it does happen. And with stress inoculation, we have to decipher whether it's happening or not. And okay, without further ado, let's meet the bad guy.
I hate this job in my life.
Security freeze. Now, right now, he's coming in, he's dressed in black, he's ready for warfare, he's ready to take advantage of everybody within the building. He's obviously mentally discharged. He's got great psychological issues, but we're not here to psychologically figure that out. We are now consciously and we are visually seeing that, my goodness gracious, this guy's got a firearm in his hand and he's here to do ill intent to people. We just got done with lunch. We just got done with, like, say, a morning break with coffee and rolls. We just got out of a meeting, and we cannot believe that Bill over here, that used to work in third shift faculty, is now really peed off, and he's coming in to take advantage of the company, and he's mad, and he wants death and destruction. An inconvenient truth, but it's happening. So that being said, I froze him because our immediate action is to say, whoa, like a surprise birthday party, I can't believe this is happening. And we're going to act in a profound manner by saying, I can't believe it. What do I do? Do I run? Do I hide? Do I fight? Am I encapsulated into a room where I can't get away? But I do have the split-second opportunity to do something if I have a mindfulness by saying, I took some training, I've seen this happen before, I must react quickly. Now, only if you have the ability, the physical ability and the mental ability to act in a proper manner. And if you're with other people in the office area, perhaps you already got together with everybody and you know a scenario. Run, hide, fight, distract, everything. So without further ado, we're going to start to say, hey, we know there's a problem. I firstly want to take control of this firearm. Now, if he's going around waving the gun around, okay, obviously you do not want to be shot. You want to do some type of distraction. Some type of distraction with an inanimate object, okay, with a hat, even with a shoe, or something that's around, even with a chair. You want to maybe throw a chair at him. You want to slide a chair, because his natural reaction would be to block whatever's being thrown at him because it's a natural reaction. So perhaps we're going to distract the assailant by something like a chair, like I said, paperwork, anything, fire hydrant. But a split momentary reaction, if he comes in, we might immediately try to distract him by throwing a chair at him. Okay? Now that is going to make him kind of block it. Maybe his hand's going to come off the firearm at first. And now we're going to try to maintain control of the firearm. That's what we really want to do. We want to stop this before it goes on. Okay? And the only way to do that is not to start to punch him in the stomach or hit him in the head or try to grab his hand to take it out the firearm. The only thing that we're involved here with is that we want to take control of the firearm immediately. Grab. We want to take control of the firearm immediately. Start putting down pressure of the firearm by its muzzle area, by the barrel. Okay, not in front of the barrel. Okay, we want to do the side of the barrel. But we're going to take control. I'm not going to even worry about hitting him in the head, in the knees, or the groin area. I want to maneuver quickly and accurately to take and seize control of the firearm. Now, do I want to struggle with him? No, because his intent right now is death, mayhem, and destruction because he's not mentally there. So his lactic acid and his momentum of his muscles and the way that he's physiologically thinking is that I have intended to come here today and to hurt people. Me, I'm just a normal person who just got off my break, like I said, with a coffee to roll, and now I'm trying to react to his violent maneuvers. So I'm not going to care about anything except taking control of the firearm and immediately gravitating down with my weight. Whether I'm a big guy, because I go about maybe 270, mom fed me well, or I could be a woman who's perhaps 120 pounds. And let's bring our friendly assistant over here now. No, yep, come on over. Now immediately, she's a lot less weighing than I am, of course. But I immediately want to apply what Sir Isaac Newton theorized back in the day. And that's called the rules and laws of gravity. I am not going to struggle and try to pull it or try to go up or even down for that matter. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap either my strong or weak hand. This is going to be my weak hand, which is my left. I'm going to take down the muzzle of the firearm with my right, and I'm going to gravitate toward going down with the use of my weight. And then I'm eventually going to just, like, let's pretend I'm at the line of scrimmage and I got the football, right? And I fumble it, I grabbed it, and I'm going down with it to save the game. I'm doing just that with my weight going down. Now our assistant over here could do the same thing because he's not anticipating a 270 pounds of me coming down with him. Because remember, I'm trying to get away from his intent, his lactic acid building up, his muscularity, his intent. He's going to be really stern and very focused on that firearm. But he's not anticipating even a woman like her coming around like this, grabbing that. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to go down with the firearm with your weight. Okay, just like that. Now, in a perfect scenario, she's going all the way down, she'll scream for help, and that's why other men or women within the office will jump on the assailant and try to further grab the firearm away from the assailant. That's when they can start taking things like a fire hydrant or a book or some type of typewriter or a computer or a laptop, strike them over the head with it, do whatever to disorientate him, and then for everybody to grab the firearm. Come back up. So we can clearly see, even if she does it on the other side, even if she does it on this other side, you're going to wrap one arm around the firearm, exactly, and now, yep, and you're going to go as close as you can to him, this way, right, maintaining your level of safety, not in front of the firearm, but to the side of the firearm. And again, he's not going to anticipate all this force coming down with gravity in your way. Go down again.
Okay.
That's what you're going to do. You're going to really hold onto it very firmly and very powerfully. Okay? Again, come back. Thank you. Step away. So again, a lot of people start to say, well, Big John, I first want to strike him. I first want to hit him in the lower squadron area, or I want to try to make it. Or some trainers like to take out the magazine while he has it. Well, if I take out the magazine, he's not going to have a lot more bullets to fire with. All that is hogwash. We're not going to be doing this. We're not going to be certainly standing in front of him. We're not going to be doing anything except, like I said, a football demonstrative carrier way where you got the football, you're going down with the football, you don't want the football ravished from your grip, you want to maintain control of the firearm, the same way like a football. So once again, you try to use some type of distractionary method. If you can't run or hide or fight, you want to fight, you're going to simply come in, come down, grab, and you're going to come down with your weight, all the way down, while holding on very firmly, okay? What if they have a handgun, something smaller than a rifle? Not as easy as to gravitate to. Very true. It can be problematic, but where there's a will, there's a way. I know there's going to be stress inoculation, and like I said, it's going to be like a dreamscape. I can't believe it's happening. I don't want you to be like a deer in the headlights, but I do want you to be, to confront the assailant as quick as possible, because I want him to be thrown off or her be thrown off as quick as possible. So let's go. Come on in. Bad guy.
I hate this job and I hate my life.
Oh, so right now, the gun's not pointed toward me. Maybe it's pointed to the boss or whatever. And right now you're going to be like, hey man, we don't want any problem. Just calm down. Okay?
Calm.
So the same thing is, I'm going to try to be reactionary by jumping in, grabbing here on top of the firearm, if it's a pistol, right here. Now, it might fire. It might go bang. Okay? You're going to lose your hearing for a while. You may even get some shrapnel. You may get side saddled with a bullet. It's possible. But as long as we're maintaining control of the firearm right now, again, I'm wrapping around both of his arms, I'm grabbing control of the firearm, and again, I'm coming down. I'm coming down. And I don't want to let go for all the tea in China. I just want to grab it and pull it in as close as I can like that football, going down so it doesn't get stripped from me. We'll bring in our female assistant again. You can come the opposite way if you want. Again, she's going to come in, and she's got, right? Exactly. Now,
am I grabbing anything with this hand?
no, you can just grab, you grab the lower third of his hands,
Okay.
correct. Now, I want you to get a nice firm grip in there, okay? And I want you now just to use all your weight and come down, okay? Now, at this time, she's going to be screaming for help, everything. You know what? Human interaction is human interaction. You can come up, thank you.
Yeah.
Human interaction might be, hey, I'm off, I'm gone, I'm off to the races. A lot of people might just really freak out, and that's instinctive of people, because they get afraid. And their reactionary way of thinking is, I got to get out of here. So male chivalry and the enrollment of a man coming to help you, or a person, not a lot of heroics here, because you're seeing a guy dressed in black with a firearm, and they heard the shots, and this mayhem's taking place. Very scary situation. However, if you're down and they know you have control of the firearm now, you're down, and even though you got your hand over it, and the slide of the barrel might be going to and from back, because the slide, I'm not trying to teach about weapons right now or firearms, but the slide might go back, anticipatory of raking in another round from the magazine, but when you put your hand over that, you're probably going to get cut by the slide action or of the burning sensation of the barrel, But hey, your life's at stake and the life of others. So you're grabbing here, you're taking dual control, bringing it as close as you can to your chest. I know it's going to be deafening. Your ears are going to be ringing for a couple days, but hopefully you'll go home for supper. Okay? Now, again, you're grabbing, you're pulling it in, and you're saying, stop, stop, and you're going down, and you're going down, and you're going down with all your weight. Okay? Right down to the floor if you need to. Okay? None of these things where you see, go ahead, pull up, where it's like Chuck Norris movies where you're like, boom, boom, ripping it down, or you're trying to distract it. If you distract it, you shoot her. Or you're coming up like this with an X block, and you're coming into his pelvis, or you're coming in to punch him in the face. That's all ridiculous
no karate.
right now. The only thing you want to do is, because even if I punch him in the face, he's so jacked up with his momentum of trying to hurt people right now in his state of mind, he's probably not going to even feel it or go down. Even if I cold cocked him really good, he's still going to go ouchie and turn me and shoot me. I'm just really, really interested in, hey, a little distraction, throw some pens, papers, a hat, whatever, get him distracted, and just come in and grab and make control of that firearm. If I do it from the other side, the same way, okay? I'm grabbing control, I'm do-si-doing, I'm coming around, I'm coming down, okay? I'm not interested in grabbing the firearm from him. So let's just say I did grab the firearm from him. Okay, like, go ahead, spin it, and I go like this, I do a martial arts, and I start shooting him. Not probably too good, because now I become the aggressor. So if you have control of the firearm and he's now unarmed, probably not a good idea to start shooting him, because the threat stopped and so should you. Because if you become the aggressor, now there's a chance in court that you might go down for murder. I know it sounds crazy, but anything can happen in different segments of court of law. So if I did grab, like I could grab it and push him away and say, stop, stop or I'll shoot, stop. Okay? Now, if he's got a secondary weapon on him, if he's got a knife on him, or he continues to assault someone, or he continues to break bad and cause great bodily harm or intimate death to another bystander, then you would have the authority to use lethal force, which would be from his firearm. Even though you're not used to it, it might be jammed, it might be out of bullets, we don't know, but certainly you could try. Okay? But it's very, very important that you should know that, about the legalities. Because usually if it's a knife or a gun or whatever it may be, once the threat stops, you should stop as well. You cannot carry through by causing great bodily harm or intimate death with the assailant if the threat stops. You're supposed to disengage the threat, hold him at bay, tell him to put his hands up on the head, maintain your distance from him, maintain the accuracy of the firearm on him, and wait for further controls and commands. Now, if you are holding the assailant at bay with his own firearm, or perhaps you're a concealed carry person and you're allowed to carry at work, and you got the drop on him by, let's just say, go ahead, Bob, pick up the gun. Let's just say you're Marty and you work in shipping and receiving, and you're confronting an active shooter like Bob. You can come around the corner, you say, freeze! Okay, you got him right there. Now, even though you have the determination to stop the threat, you can start shooting, or if not, you could run away, run, hide, fight, do what you got to do. But let's just say Bob complies. Go ahead, comply. He goes, okay, I'm sorry, I lost my job. Now he puts down the firearm. You tell him to put down the firearm. You ask him to step away from the firearm. Now you hold him at bay, and you tell him, if you move to that firearm, I will shoot. Okay? Now, once the threat stopped, so should you. If he disengages from the firearm, you do not have the authority to go ahead and shoot rounds into him. Okay? Because he's no longer posing a threat. All right? You do not want to become the aggressor. Now, once the police have been summoned and they're called, they're going to be, in a state of confusion just as well as you are. Your ears are going to be ringing. They're going to be like, who's the shooter, who's not? someone who's calling 911 is going to say, hey, Marty, the big guy from shipping and receiving, he's got his own carry concealed handgun. He's wearing black or brown or white shirt, whatever I'm wearing that day. He is now at gunpoint with the assailant, Bill, who used to work in shipping and receiving on a third shift, let's just say. Because they're going to ask those questions. Once law enforcement comes, okay, you're going to have someone else grab that firearm if they're still in the office, or if you can, you say, back them up, and you're going to take control of that firearm, okay? You're going to back them up, watch them very carefully, take control of that firearm, put it somewhere else, and say, if you move, I'll shoot you, man. You know? Get rid of the firearm, give it to an assistant, give it to one of the receptionists, okay? She runs away with that. Now there's no other firearm around there, nothing that he's having. I'm not going to have a chance to search him, because I'm not a law enforcement officer. I'm just a guy who works in shipping and receiving who's concealed carrying that day. But the fact of the matter is I still got him beaded, I still got him muzzled, and I'm waiting for the police. Now, once the police clear and say, police, police, they come in, you should just say, like this, okay, I work here, I'm a concealed carry guy. You do not want to turn in the direction of the police for anything with your firearm in your hand. What you want to do is have your other weak hand up, okay, and just place the firearm down. As soon as you hear them, they're coming in, they're telling you drop it, because they'll drop you, trust me, very quickly. And you're going to put the firearm on the ground and back away from the firearm, and they will arrest you immediately. They will handcuff you, break you down on the ground immediately. Don't start arguing, don't start fighting. The police say, oh, Marty, in shipping and receiving, what are you doing? No. Listen to their commands, let them arrest you, detain you, handcuff you, and then they'll get on with the real active shooter. These are types of lessons that you have to practice, because practice never makes perfect. Practice only makes better. I'm Big John from Big John Security Man, and I hope you enjoyed this segment. Many more to come. You be safe out there.